Good morning, Uganda. Thank you for joining us this wonderful hour for the GMU agenda at exactly 8 a.m. I am very glad and happy to have you partake in our conversation. You're watching us from wherever, whether you are, in movement, whether you're already in office, whether you're still at home. It's always a pleasure to have you every single morning on GMU, or Good Morning Uganda. My name is Philomena Masco, and this morning I do have a very special guest with me. And before I introduce who our guest is this morning, conversations are going to be, incorporating technology in everything we do now. As we speak clearly, for any government, for any ministry, for any department, for any agency right now, and you appreciate the value of incorporating technological advancements in your operations. We know that in as much as we're doing things, probably probably the way before we have gotten into this mode, we know that productivity has still been quite low, but also looking at its impact. And it's not just only Uganda, but everywhere right now. Conversations are around technology. And this very special morning, looking at Ministry of Water here, and what are they doing with technology? What's the plan? What have they brought on the table for us? Well, as far as I'm concerned, I know that technology-enabled innovation is the major spark to productivity growth. And this very specific morning, we do have a representative from Ministry of Water and Environment, also the Coordinator Appropriate Technology Center, ATC, that is Ashabrizk Nantege. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I am very happy to have you.
Thank you so much, Philomena.
Well, earlier on, when we were talking about technology, and you're telling me how you have been talking to very many gentlemen in this whole field, and you did give a sigh of relief, maybe, or happiness or excitement.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to also have a woman talk to me about technology, and I am pretty sure I'm going to be learning more, like our wonderful viewers. But you would be wondering why we are going to be talking about this. Well, there is an Expo, Appropriate Technologies Expo 2023, that is going to be happening under the theme Technologies to Spur Socio-Economic Development. And of course, we're looking at Ministry of Water being right behind all of this. And that's what Asha is going to be talking to us about, and probably give us also some intel why we are looking at an expo like this. What relevance is it looking at Uganda, and also looking at the Ministry of Water incorporating technology in this? What is the whole point? Well, I'm very excited. I hope you are too. Get into our socials, be part of this conversation, #UBCGMU, and feel free to let us know or ask any question using our WhatsApp number 0709 602 592. We'll be getting all your questions, and I will be forwarding them to Asha over here, who I know she'll be giving us the answers to all of them. But yes, starting off with this expo, Asha.
Yes.
I'm very excited that we are having an expo taking this direction. Probably you could give us more details on that.
Thank you. Thank you, Philomena, for this wonderful opportunity. And to the listeners, I greet you all, or to the viewers, I greet you all. The Appropriate Technologies Expo is an annual event that is well thought of by the Ministry of Water and Environment. This is the second time we are going to be hosting it, and it will be held at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds from the 2nd to the 4th of February 2023.
Yes.
You asked so many questions, but I want to let it know from the start that there is no single country in the world that has ever developed without technology. Technology is that central.
Yes.
So Uganda realizing the importance of technology is what we have to do. The alternative is not better. So in the Ministry of Water and Environment, we have a dedicated arm that works on research. Our work is to do research, identification of these technologies, work with the innovators or promoters to develop these technologies, and then take them to the communities where they are needed. Technologies can't give us benefits when they remain in the stores.
Yes.
Or when they remain in the pockets of the innovators. So we have to look at how do we take these technologies to the communities. And here we are talking about technologies that are really going to improve the wellness and well-being of people. You use these technologies, you are assured of your life status,
yes,
to change from bad to good, worst to better. So these technologies are in the range of water supply technologies.
Yes.
We also have technologies of groundwater management. Then we have technologies that are in the line of sustainable sanitation, health and wellness, managing our environment, or managing the challenges that are associated to climate change.
Yes.
Talking about the issue of clean energy or sustainable energy, and then circular economy. All these are technology. We have technologies in all those categories, and we believe these technologies can only make a change in our country when they are put the right use, when they are brought out there to the community,
yes,
to make use of them.
Okay.
So basically, you can't bring them out just by talking.
Yes.
So that's why one of the reasons why we are having the Expo.
Okay.
So you bring the Expo to the open space, invite the public, have them have open learning. The innovators are there, the regulators are there, the academia are there, everyone is there. So you come and exchange ideas, come and learn, come and get something new that can make your life change.
Okay. I love the fact that you have mentioned a couple of things, which I mean, I would really love for you to throw more light on a couple of them much later on. But also maybe just to have a discussion about how technology like this could spur the economic socio-development, especially in the Ministry of Water, because somebody would ask, how do we incorporate technology in the Ministry of Water and Environment, and what impact is it going to, you know, change, and who is the bigger beneficiary in all of this? Maybe we could start from there.
Yeah, thank you. Looking at the beneficiary is the common person. You know, Ministry of Water and Environment is just a development arm of government. So whatever we are doing is for the benefit of the population. And when we are talking about these technologies, you know, I can tell you that water resources are heavily polluted currently, and there is the challenge of the declining or dwindling levels. So what is bringing this about is the way we behave. You will find people commonly throwing rubbish, throwing bottles, cutting trees everywhere,
yes,
clearing vegetation or clearing wetlands. All this is a negative, it has a negative impact on our water sources. So we come up with technologies that can try to protect our water sources, can work in harmony to make sure that we safeguard our water sources. Besides, people, about over 30% of Ugandans, about 35, 34, don't have access to clean water.
Yes.
So they just get water from the streams rather. They get water from open sources. And even those who have access to clean water, they don't have a safe water chain. The jerry cans are dirty, so you find along the way, the water is contaminated. So they need different technologies to make sure that they remove the pathogens.
Yes.
They clean the quality of water before they use it. So certainly, in the water itself, the technologies are very important, that people need to have that cleaning mechanism, that safety mechanism at all stages. Just imagine the impact of sanitation, the poor toilets. Many people are having pit latrines. Many people have, which are so deep, like
yes,
beyond 15 feet. And these pit latrines are directly depositing the feces in the water.
Because the recommended depth is actually 15 feet.
They deposit the feces in water.
Yes.
And it is 15 where the water table is very low. But people took it as a gospel truth that even where the water table is high, they still use the same what? The same measurements. Yes. So you find that water is polluted. So when water is polluted, all this just goes in our water. And then for you go and get water. Of course, you will not see the feces or the pathogens on the surface like this.
Yes.
But when you use advanced mechanisms, you will detect the pathogens. So to keep the population safe, we have to come up with technologies that can protect the people and make sure that they have water that secures their lives. Just look at the rate at which everyone is cooking.
Yes.
Every day we cook. You ironed before you came here. You boiled a cup of tea before you came here. And chances are high that for you, you might have used maybe a percolator.
Yes.
But chances are high that many Ugandans take that morning tea boiled on firewood or charcoal. So every time you use that, just know a tree is gone. A tree is gone. So as we are telling people, please save our trees, please save our environment, we have to bring in alternatives. So if you are telling me not to cook with the charcoal, what should I cook with? We bring the different alternatives to replace the ones that you traditionally know. And the alternatives that we are fronting are those alternatives that are safeguarding the environment, safeguarding our water sources, and safeguarding health and wealth.
Well, there is one of the themes that you did talk about, climate smart technologies and natural resources management. I mean, right now in 2023, climate has been quite a topic, not just only here in Uganda, but even when you look at global stages, we're looking at climate. Now, you also bring it as part of your interests, and one of the themes in this 2023 Expo that you intend to have in a couple of days. How are you planning to do this? Climate, I feel like this topic is something we have, again, not taken seriously as Ugandans. We're still going light on them. And Ministry of Water and Environment coming out to say something about it and also incorporating technology in this. How is that going to be possible? How do we strike the balance? And how do we get Ugandans to interest themselves in such a thing? Because I do believe it's very, very important.
You don't believe it's very, very important?
I do believe it's very important, but a number of Ugandans still don't take it seriously and they don't give it as much attention as it should be having.
Yeah, you know, we have a whole focus or program on mindset change as a country. So, you know, mindset is our biggest enemy and our biggest problem. So we have, but we don't have to give up. We don't have to give up. We have to keep on doing our best with hope and anticipation that people's mindset changes. So climate change is a serious issue. Some people don't believe in climate change.
Oh, they don't.
But when you cut a tree, it is gone. And when you gradually a forest is cleared, what will you be remaining with? You know the role. You remember our primary, was it science?
Yes.
Where they are teaching you the role of what? Of trees.
Yes.
In rain formation, in the, you know, the air we breathe in, purification, and so on. So if you cut this, the opposite is about to happen or is bound to happen. So you cut these trees, then you will go into desertification. You clear the water sinks. When it rains, water will just flood around. And then you start saying, it has not changed, but you are suffering the consequences. So as a ministry, there are different departments. There is a department that, there is a section that is to do with enforcement. Then you find, like we have the Environmental Protection Police.
Yes.
Those people keep on getting people off their wetlands and so on, or trying to put people in the right line. Then we also have, you know, we have the forest section that these people are encouraging people to plant trees. They give out trees and they do all that. But now for us, we are coming in from the front line of technologies. If we were telling people don't use this, what do they use? So we bring different technologies. We are encouraging people to use the sun. You can You can harvest the sun, the solar, and then have everything at home run on solar.
Yes.
You can even use your own waste in the toilets and then generate cooking energy. You can even, if you have like a cow or two, you supplement and you will be too good to go, you even have light. You can collect all the waste you generate every day and make cooking energy. So we are bringing out options, we are bringing out alternatives that if I am telling you phenomena that stop using charcoal, I am saying, okay, charcoal drop, here is the solution.
Yes.
So this one, we are trying to bridge the gap. We are trying to bridge the gap.
Yes.
And we have gone to the communities. We have gone deep in the communities, try to take these technologies to where they are needed most. Try to teach the people about these technologies, give them hands-on skills on these technologies. But it's not yet enough. That's why we are saying that we should commemorate this using a national expo.
Yes.
And many people come and we bring it to the attention of everyone.
Okay.
Of course, we are not yet there.
But you've already started on
we've
that
started,
journey. Yes.
And the progress is so far so good.
Okay.
And very enjoyable. I desire to have more and more and more.
Yes, because I was actually about to ask, how are Ugandans adapting to this? Is this something that they would treat as a piece of cake, or is it something that they're actually taking serious and they're showing the willingness to incorporate all this technology that you're exposing to them as a ministry? I mean, it comes in handy. But also, there is also one of the themes you did mention here, that is good security and nutrition. Now, how is the ministry incorporating technology in this very specific theme? And as you're preparing for this Appropriate Technologies Expo 2023, how as a ministry are you incorporating technology in the good security and food security and nutrition? How are you doing this?
Yeah, we have technologies that are directly appealing in the line of agriculture. For example, we are encouraging people to make compost or organic based products that can be used to boost agriculture.
Yes.
Then you also promote water for production technologies, whereby you can do production throughout the season, whether it's a dry spell or it's a rainy season. You don't have to rely on the rainfall patterns that have become very unreliable. So we have technologies that are really targeting boosting food production. We have, like I always tell people, when you have this solid waste which you are collecting at home, you can sort it. And then when you sort it, the biodegradable waste has a lot of importances. You can make organic pesticides, pest control or pesticide from that biodegradable waste. You can still make soil booster or soil conditioner from that organic waste, but biodegradable waste, but you can still make compost.
Yes.
From those biodegradable waste. So we have different technologies you can use to aid this composting and to aid removal of pathogens, such that the compost you end up with is relatively safe for you to use in your gardens. But there are also the different technologies that, whether you have a small plot, you have an acre, you have 20 acres, you have 100 acres, there are different technological options you can choose from, and all these will be showcased in Kololo.
Okay, well, we're having a discussion about the expo that is intended to be held at Kololo. Not just any kind of expo, we're looking at the Appropriate Technologies Expo 2023, and this morning I am joined by Ashabrizk, who is the coordinator of this Appropriate Technology Center at the Ministry of Water and Environment. and she's giving us some of the highlights on what you will be expecting there when you come for this expo. And just a reminder, it's going to be happening from the 2nd to the 4th of February 2023. Venue is Kololo Ceremonial Grounds. Of course, later on, she will be sharing with us who is going to be expected to be there and whether you'll be paying any money or not. And I know that we as Ugandans, the prayer is probably there is no money. You never know. Some good news could be coming in for you. But she'll be giving us all these details later on. As for now, you be part of this conversation. Tell us what you think about this, and when it comes to technology, incorporating it in our everyday life. But Ministry of Water and Environment is or has decided to also start this journey, incorporating it and making sure that they bring technologies closer to the end users for possible adoption, with overall aim of improving livelihoods and living standards under a number of things which we are going through right now between myself and Asha. Well, let's talk about the healthy lives and wellness as well. The technology in here, where does it come in what format? What are we looking at?
Yeah, thank you for that question. And I want to use an example. You know, we are just trying to recover from the shocks of COVID-19.
Yes.
And, you know, there were a lot of challenges, a lot of innovations in the field of, as people are trying to bring solutions.
Yes.
So as the technology arm, we try to come from the angle of getting alternatives, getting technological options that would help people break the spread of COVID-19. So that's just one example that a lot of innovation was done or came along as a blessing from COVID-19.
Yes.
So besides that, you find that we have a lot of water-related preventable diseases. So these water-related preventable diseases or hygiene-related diseases can be easily eliminated or prevented using technological options. And we have tried to do a lot of innovation, technology development, technology identification, and technology tracking along that line, that you can improve your health just using a technology. For example, if you have to wash your hands, you don't have to use a jerry can, or you don't have to, some people could put water in a container, and then everyone just puts their hands in that container. So we have touchless technologies. We have disinfection technologies where, for example, you want to disinfect this place, you don't have to just come on. You can just use a simple technology and do it in
previously, we know you get your can and you start fumigating or do this disinfecting.
Yeah, we have like automated technologies for all those kind of works. But also, like even when I talked about earlier about technologies for improving the quality of drinking water, improving the quality of water, even the sanitation related technologies, the moment you have a dignified toilet, you are already appealing to your health and wellness. So these technologies are all there in that category, and the bottom line is whatever technology you are choosing from the menu that will be provided has a very big bearing on your health. And many of these are improving health, not taking it backwards as some people would be scared.
Okay. All right. Still looking at some of them, throwing some more light on food security and nutrition, which she already did that, and also climate smart technologies and natural resources management. I do see a couple of questions coming in, mostly on the entrance fees, and there are students doing research in this very specific topic, looking at entry fees about the Expo. which I'm sure she'll be giving you the details much later on. And maybe one final theme that we need to look at, probably you'd really come in handy, the sustainable sanitation management. I feel like this has become quite a problem. Usually when you're moving around Kampala, and I don't know if this falls under that docket, you will be moving via these roads and then you find sewage water all over the place. It's you know, first of all, it's just really bad. It smells so bad, but also we know ideally this is very unhealthy. We shouldn't have sewage spilling over our roads. And I mean, these are busy environments where we have our people. Does this fall under this very specific docket?
Yes, when we are talking about sanitation, it's broad.
Yes.
It's beyond toilets. And then you find that it's not government that is opening those
yes.
those sewer lines to
yes.
into the public, but you and me and my neighbor and my friends. When we construct our house, you know, you just let the water just go the way wherever it has to
yes.
go, wherever the direction it goes, you just let it go. So people do this because I want to assume that they don't know the impact, and some know the impact, but they don't have the alternatives. So that's why we are like, okay, we come up with the alternatives and we come up with a platform whereby people can be educated about the impact, and then when you learn that what you are doing is really wrong and is really dangerous, then we give you an option that, okay, the option is here. So it's not only, you've not even mentioned about the fact that during the rainy season, you pass in those low-lying places.
Yes.
People just open their toilets.
It's terrible.
And everything just goes in what? In the environment. They don't even think that after you have opened, you will need to go to the market to buy tomatoes or to buy something, and you are going to pass through what you have opened, or to step in it or jump it to go wherever you are going.
Yes.
So we need to really do mass sensitization, mass mobilization, and mass advocacy, and then bring a lot of alternatives that, okay, like I said, I think people do these things just because they don't know and they don't have alternatives. So when we bring this up, we are trying to address the challenge. So you don't have, for example, to have a flushing toilet. For you to have a safe alternative, you can have a very simple toilet. You can have a very simple sewage management system at your own home, and then everything is safely managed to protect you and your neighbors and the environment at large.
Well, conversation is still going on. I do have some feedback and a question. One of the viewers says, thank you for the sustainable technology options talk. I like it, but how can this be translated, especially to the people in the villages who did not have a privilege to study, for them to understand the value and probably have them incorporated in their everyday life? Yes.
Okay, that's a very nice question. And like I said from the start, that we always take our technologies to the community, we take them to the village person. We believe that even with the intensive scientific research, we have to make solutions easily adoptable by the end users. Yeah. And always our end users are the common person. When you are innovating, you don't innovate for the best. You innovate for the last person, because most of the challenges are around that place. So we go to the communities, we try to translate these technologies. I will give you a very simple option, a very simple example. There are places where people have challenges of safe water. So we go to the community, we identify women who have never even held a trowel.
Yes.
And then we teach them how to construct and make sure that by the time we leave, they have a product of their own.
So you go as far as being practical.
We go as far as being practical. So we are, of course, those people, all of them can't come to Kololo, but we take the technologies close to them. If I am talking about you making use of your solid waste to make bioenzymes that can be used to manage to improve the hygiene in your latrine, to improve the status, to control pests in your gardens, or even to condition your soils, I don't want to bring and sell to you. When we have proved and we have our evidence that everything works and it's okay, yes, we go to the common person down in the communities and teach them to do it in a simplified way, such that the solution and the solution is down rooted in the ground where it is needed.
Okay,
yes.
All right. Now, as you're extending all these transformations, all these technological uses to all these different categories of people, Asha, I want to believe that there are also very many challenges that you encounter. Yeah. So I would love to know, and I mean, I'm pretty sure the viewer would also appreciate to know some of the challenges that you come across while at it and how you're probably coming up to address some of these challenges.
Yeah, like any other intervention, yes, of course our first challenge is finances, yeah, resources. Sometimes resources are not available. Like I can tell you that since this financial year started in June, the last two quarters, we have not had money. And I think this has happened to almost all government entities.
Yes, it has been crazy.
So
yes,
we have not had money, so we have not had activities on ground. We just do office work, those paperwork and so on, but not much intensive activities on the ground. The other challenge is, I talked about mindset change. People are slow to change.
Yes.
Much as we have early adapters, and I am a very practical person.
Yes.
Most of these technologies I always promote. I use them myself before I go out there to promote them. I use them to see how do they work? What is the feel? So we have mindset change problem that people are taking long. Some people don't want to believe. The moment they know something is Ugandan, yes, they don't want to believe.
That is my issue. That is my issue. With Ugandans, we don't trust much of our own products, our own, work. There is
the moment someone knows something is Ugandan, they don't want to believe in it. But we always make reference. For example, if we have a biogas toilet working perfectly well at Mr. So-and-so's home, we make the documentation, we share and take you, go there and see them. For example, there is a very good restaurant I always refer people to. The entire restaurant is running on solar system. And it's working perfectly well, always busy, but they are only using solar. So it's always like such cases, you always take people there and they have a feel. Of course, there are so many people who have bought fake solar products, and when you talk about solar, they just see you as like you even have a problem in your head. But the fake things are there, and also the right things are there. If you use the technical expertise and you use the right direction, you use the right people to guide you to get the right technologies. The other challenge is laziness. Many people are lazy. People are lazy. It's like
that's very sad.
You can teach like a group of 20 people, and then you find like you have only 5 or 10 active members. The others, they just came for the 3 or 2 weeks. They ate nice food for that training, and then they just go back and sleep. They even call you, madam, when are you bringing us another training? Because they just want. And the others prefer, like when you come, yes, you give them money instead of teaching them these skills. All those are challenges. But also there are nice stories outside there. Otherwise, yes, if there were only negative stories, surely I would be in my bed. Yes, there wouldn't be any. I would be demoralized. Yes. Yeah. But regardless of the challenges, we have nice stories out there. I have known women, and normally, I am a woman, and when I say woman taking up, yes, I feel, I'm not saying that I don't like the men, but when I say a woman taking up, taking a lead, there is a lady, I always say, yes, I'm behind you. She's a Mason, and she was just trained through our campaigns. Yes. And she has really put her family to another level. And I always take her wherever there is an opportunity for her to share her testimony. So use those early adapters to spread the gospel and make others take up these things.
Well, we are looking at Appropriate Technologies Expo 2023, which actually we are going to now be, as we are trying to wind up, we're going to be talking about some more details, Asha, on this. Many people are asking me, is it free or is it going to be, maybe just as a matter of clarity, you could throw some more light on this Expo.
Okay, about the Expo, first, we are going to have the General Expo, whereby there are exhibitors with all these kind of technologies in a number of themes. We have thematic areas which we have been talking about one by one. All those technologies will be there. And then the exhibitors will be there for the 3 days.
Yes.
So the gates will be open every day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And entrance is free. Entrance is free, even learning is free. The other thing that is part of this expo, we have the Young Innovators Challenge.
Yes.
We try to identify young innovators, and if you are still there not identified, please you can just write to us and then or call us or come to our offices and then get yourself registered as a young innovator, and then you enter that challenge. The winner gets some token to help them develop their technology further. Besides that, we shall have a free health camp. We shall have a free health camp, and this will be operated by Makerere University Hospital and Uganda Cancer Institute. They will offer free services, cancer screening, eye care, tooth care, diabetes, they check, and then safe male circumcision and vaccination of COVID-19, among others. And you find that this, like you've heard me mention about some, like Makerere University Hospital, we have partners.
Yes.
We are working with the university, Makerere University itself, and then we also, UNICEF is surely trying to finance some of the things to make sure that this expo is a success. And maybe those partners are part of the reason why we are saying entrance is free, because they have helped us cover some of the bills.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there you go, the Appropriate Technologies Expo 2023. It's going to be happening at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds from the 2nd to the 4th of February 2023. Entrance is absolutely free. Nobody should charge you for that. Come and learn. Very many things will be up for display, and it's a learning experience, I must say. And the purpose basically is to bring technologies closer to end users for possible adoption, with overall aim of improving livelihoods and living standards. Well, thank you so much, Asha, for coming this morning and giving us quite some important information. Clearly, I think it's going to be information we need to carry on to our communities. As we close, do you have any last shots and final shots on this?
Yeah, thank you so much, Philomena, for this opportunity, and for the viewers, for that audience. I really don't take it for granted. And I will end by calling all of you to come to Kololo. Come and learn. Learning is for free. You are not forced to take anything. You come and learn. You can reflect about it. Even if you don't have money to pick on to adopt these technologies immediately, but at least you will have a change of mind. And later when you get money, you can always do the needful. You can get the contacts. You can get the options, and then go and make your life better. You can make your life better with these technologies. The impact will go beyond your family. The impact will go to the entire community, and then finally the country will live to benefit. So come learn, come benefit, and remember there is also free medical services. I always urge you to be active, to want to try new things. Give them a benefit of doubt, come try them, and I'm sure you'll not regret.
Ashabrizk Nantege, the coordinator at Appropriate Technology Center, Ministry of Water and Environment. Well, you do have sports updates coming in from Ruben Mpima Chivirango. Also, we do have the GMU Extra that is queued up right after that. I love you, but I have to leave you. I want to wish you a wonderful Tuesday and a productive day ahead. I am Philomena Masco. Good morning.